Good morning. This is Fred Mitchell, Chairman of the Progressive Liberal Party, and today is Friday, the 4th of December 2020. Today is quite a sad day. There is in the middle of the COVID crisis so much sadness. Our friend and brother George Cornish, one of the leading PLP aspirants for the North Abaco seat, died after a valiant struggle yesterday. The disease is robbing this community of so many of our people in the midst of their maturity and strength. George Cornish was the chief councillor in the local government for Central Abaco District. Well known, well respected, well loved. Rest in peace, George. Then, if that were not enough, the police were called to the home of the Minister for Environment Romauld Ferreira yesterday in the afternoon to investigate what looked like self-inflicted wounds of his adolescent son. Death is shattering for any parent, but in these circumstances, it must be a dreadful, gnawing pain. The leader of the opposition, Philip Brave Davis, reached out to the minister to let him know that the party was concerned and offered condolences. Rest in peace. Meanwhile, the Punch, the mouthpiece of the Prime Minister Hubert Minnis, was once again at the former Minister of Finance and Deputy Prime Minister Peter Turnquest. This time, they said the loan Mr Turnquest negotiated cost the country some $140 million in excess interest payments. Mr Turnquest, his friends in the FNM obviously mean to drive his political prospects into the ground, although they're already dead. A bit of amusement, Brent Symonette, the former trade minister, who himself had to resign over renting his building to the government, was saying that Peter Turnquest should think about resigning. Remember that? And then Peter Turnquest resigned. Then Mr Symonette chimed in that it was good he resigned. And then the day after that, he was in the press saying he would accept the job of Minister of Finance if offered. So it looks like he pushed Peter Turnquest out the door so he could get the job for himself. Again, just reading the tea leaves. None of this seems to be bothering the happy-go-lucky Prime Minister, however, who will be campaigning again this weekend in Eleuthero. No COVID restrictions bothering him. But he and his men couldn't stop the rebel FNM MP Frederick McAlpine from getting a first reading in the House of Assembly of the anti-aragonite mining bill brought as a private member. And it looks like the opposition and the rebels were able to outnumber the government in the House, and the Speaker went along with the program. Seems like the wheels are falling off the FNM wagon. The Deputy Chair Robyn Lynes and myself will be heading to North Andros over the weekend to oversee the process of the recommendation for a candidate in that seat for the PLP. The Senate meets today at 10 a.m. We will let the people know that the IMF has described the economic landscape under the FNM as a disaster, with a 16.2% drop in the GDP this year. The FNM must go. As usual, God bless you. God bless the Commonwealth of the Bahamas. And as we head over to North Andros, let's say PLP all the way.